Hello ladies, welcome back to my channel. We're here on Fort Lauderdale Beach. It's an absolutely gorgeous morning and I have a list here for you guys of the top mermaid perfumes. Perfumes that make you smell like the most sensual, beautiful woman laying on the beach, just waiting for Prince Charming to come and swoop her up, smell like an absolute princess. I know I've been a little behind on my female content. It's coming, don't worry. I promise there's much more ladies content coming. So let's start with the first one that when I smelled it, it just blew my mind. I mean, absolutely mind blown. This is Alien Goddess Intense by Mugler. And why this blew my mind is because I tried the original Goddess and I did not really enjoy it. I am a huge fan of the original Alien, but I didn't love the Goddess, and I got a sample of this in a Sephora order that I placed. Wow. I'll tell you, I went out, the first day I used the entire sample up, and the next day I was at Ulta buying a full-size bottle of this because this stuff is sex in a bottle. I don't know what, tropical sex in a bottle. There's something so sexy. It's like the most sensual, siren-esque, if you will, tropical vanilla scent. The notes in here, we have some coconut, we have some bergamot, we have that jasmine that Alien is famous for. There's actually a jasmine tea note in here as well with vanilla, benzoin, and some cashmere wood. And I don't know what it is about me, but I absolutely adore any fragrance that has cashmere wood in it. I just automatically gravitate towards it. I feel like that note really adds this gorgeous, luxurious richness to a fragrance that really draws me in. This is like the most sensual, sexy woman on the beach. Like, it's just so addicting. You can't stop smelling it. It kind of has that suntan lotiony vibe from the coconut and the vanilla, but I adore the jasmine. I absolutely love how Mugler does their florals. They somehow manage to make florals very, I don't want to say electric, but just very modern, very modern, cool, different florals. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm going to be wearing it all summer long. I already know. I'm addicted to it. We'll even put some on now. It's so good. That's Alien Goddess Intense by Mugler. All right, well, I just realized that my number 2 is not in my bag, and what would be a beach video if I didn't forget at least one perfume that's on the list, right? The next perfume that I have that is going to be a tropical goddess in a bottle must-have is Stefan Amerluca Mango Kiss. Soleil de Jeddah Mango Kiss. And this is a beautiful green mango scent. It's a little different compared to Godfire. I get many messages from people asking me which one they should buy, which one would be best for them. And I guess I kind of say the biggest difference between them is I feel like God of Fire actually is a little bit more unisex, and I think that Mango Kiss actually leans a little feminine. And why? It's a little more floral. It's a little warmer than God of Fire. God of Fire is very zingy, very bright, fruity, citrusy with ginger. I think ginger really makes fragrances unisex. I find that most fragrances that I know that have a lot of ginger in them tend to be more like a woman or a man could wear it, but I feel like with Mango Kiss, it leans a little feminine, but it is absolutely gorgeous, guys. It's one of those fragrances that I've added to my collection that I've gotten a lot of compliments on in a really short period of time. People just love that fragrance, and like all of these 7 Amerlucas that I have, like they all perform amazing. They're all projecting good longevity, and I'm always getting compliments basically everywhere I go. Between Lady Whitesnake, God of Fire, Mango Kiss, Venom Incarnate, all of them, I'm always getting compliments. So it's definitely a compliment getting house if that's something that you're looking for. And the notes in this fragrance, we have mango, also has a chamomile note, it has orange blossom and amber and ylang ylang. Like I said, there's a lot of florals in this one compared to God of Fire. It has vanilla, benzoin, and iris butter. It's very tropical from the fruits. There's also kind of like a little bit of a coconutty vibe in there. And it is, like I said, it's very feminine. It's just a gorgeous sun-kissed woman just on the beach. Stunning. She's coming out of the water, dripping wet. That's Mango Kiss. Every note in this fragrance is perfectly balanced from opening to dry down, and it is very sensual. I actually would prefer to wear this in a summer nights occasion. I feel like it would really shine more in a nighttime scenario, like out at like a date night, or you're at a beach club or something at night, or sunset, really. Not necessarily night, but definitely like sunset. Later in the day, I think this is where this fragrance would be more appropriate. It is very highly complimented. And also, I just wanted to let you guys know really quick that I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about in the past Osme Perfumery. It's a niche fragrance store here in Miami. I just want to let you guys know, because I feel like not a lot of people know about this. Stefan Amerluca, I don't really think there's that many distributors that carry it. Like, there's not that many websites in the US. It makes it pretty easily accessible, especially to sample. The store here in Miami has a site, and they sell Stefan Amerluca, and they sell samples as well. I get a lot of questions about their scents, and it's a great way if you want to buy and you want quick shipping, you know, you don't want to wait for it to come from Europe, or you want to buy a sample, Osme Perfumery is definitely the place to be. And right now they're having a Father's Day sale until the 18th. It's 15% off their entire site. I'm pretty sure it's $100 and up though. It's a great place to buy samples as well. So I just want to let you guys know about that. The code if you're interested for Father's Day at Osme is FATHER15. So moving on, this next one is a little different. It's probably one of the most unique coconut scents on the planet, and also one of the sexiest fragrances on the planet for a woman. This is Versace Crystal Noir Eau de Toilette. I've talked about this one a million times. It's been around forever. I think it came out in like late 2000s or something. It's a classic. It's definitely here to stay. It still is very relevant today. This is the ultimate siren seductress. This is the girl that sits back and just uses her femininity and her sensuality to just draw people to her, her energy. Not even necessarily just men in a sexual way, but just, you know, that girl that is just in the room and everyone gravitates towards her. Everyone knows that she's there. That is what this perfume embodies for me. It is just ungodly sexy and powerful. So for the notes, we have cardamom and ginger, pepper and that coconut notes, gardenia and orange blossom, peony, sandalwood, some musk, and amber. And the eau de toilette is my favorite concentration as well. You can still find it in the rack stores and things. This is a very affordable fragrance as well. You can find it at TJ Maxx like I did. I think I got this for like $40, so not a bad deal at all. Versace Crystal Noir. So next we have a fragrance from Fragrance du Bois. This is Solstis. I think that the bottle says it all. This is one of the most gorgeous bottles in my collection. I love the design on this plaque. This is a more recent release by Fragrance du Bois. I think it came out in 2022. It is a very bright and citrusy scent. This one has apple and bergamot and mandarin orange, some pink pepper with a mid of neroli, cardamom, nutmeg with a base of vanilla, vetiver, and sandalwood. And this one definitely leans, probably the most unisex so far out of the list, just because it's not as fruity necessarily. There is a lot of dimension here with those spices that I listed. Overall, especially in the opening, it's just a citrus bomb. It's very bright, it's very fresh, very clean, very aromatic. It's a very easy to wear perfume. It's for the girls that don't really love really overly sweet, fruity scents, but they want something that's still very fresh and bright and clean. This is definitely an amazing option. The performance is great. As it dries, it becomes a little more dimensional with those spicier notes. It is really fantastic for the summer and very, very it embodies sunshine, I feel. Like it's just a very cozy, beautiful, fresh fragrance for the summer if you don't want to smell super fruity. This is Solstis by Fragrance du Bois. God, the bottle is just, it's iconic. So next we have another cheapie that every girl needs to have in her collection because it's $25, why not? This is Ariana Grande Cloud. It's a fragrance that gets compared to Baccarat Rouge by 40 all the time. Some people say it's a dupe. I don't really think so. I think it's kind of like Baccarat Rouge, but it has like coconut and like this marshmallow vibe to it. A little more gourmand than Baccarat Rouge 540. This one has lavender, it has pear, it has bergamot and whipped cream with a praline note, with coconut, vanilla orchid, musk, and woodsy notes. It's really pretty. It's a little more youthful. It's so gorgeous though. God, I love the whipped cream, the praline mixed with that Baccarat Rouge vibe. It's just really, really nice. And this is another fragrance that is like a guaranteed compliment getter. I smell this a lot, but it's so good. It's $25. You got nothing to lose. You can pick it up at TJ Maxx for nothing. Like any rack store, you can find this, and it's good. And you will get compliments, and you will smell very sexy. Ariana Grande Cloud. So next we have one from the house of M. Micallef. This is Ylang in Gold Nectar. This is another major goddess perfume. Super, super mermaid vibes with this one. Just on the beach, glowing, just major princess vibes with the tropical florals in this. It is so, so creamy and smooth. It's more creamy and coconutty than floral, but there are some really strong florals in here, and it is just so smooth. We have geranium, citruses, sandalwood, ylang, coconut, and vanilla. It is just so well blended. I cannot praise M. Micallef enough. This house is just a 10 out of 10. The quality of their fragrances are unlike anyone else. It's unmatched. It's a beat. All of the fragrances last forever. They're just the most, they're all mass appealing scents, but they're all very quality and they all have a little twist to it. So I don't have anything in my collection that is like this. Very creamy coconut. Very kind of lactonic in a way as well. It's like a coconut, a thick coconut milk with some florals, some like white yellow florals. There's some vanilla in here too. It's kind of suntan lotiony, but it's not the typical suntan lotiony vibe. It has the vanilla coconut that usually creates that, but it's just done differently. It's just so lactonic and creamy, and it's another one that is a beast mode. It is definitely worth trying for the summer. Ylang in Gold Nectar by Mikolev. There's a reason that everyone cannot stop talking about this fragrance house. It's because it is so good. The masculine and the feminine fragrances are all amazing. Definitely worth checking out, at least getting a sample. So next on this mermaid-esque siren beach goddess list, we have Juliet Has a Gun, Lust for Sun. And this one is kind of a similar vibe to Ylang and Gold Nectar, but it's more dominant on the florals versus Ylang and Gold was more coconut milk, lactonic. This one is a strong focus on florals, but it is another creamy suntan lotion kind of scent. There's a lot of Ambroxan in here with vanilla, a lot of Ylang Ylang, as you could imagine. This one also has a coconut note as well, but a lot of yellow florals in here too. This is another one that I think is perfect for like a summer night. I don't know why I just pictured the sun's going down, you're at a tiki hut, you got a nice cocktail in your hand, and you're looking stunning. Everyone's watching you at the bar, and you're just having the time of your life. I love the bottle as well. For me, this is kind of like summer love in a bottle. Absolutely stunning. A little more mature, not in like an old lady kind of way. I think that women in their late 20s would really appreciate this. Lust for Sun by Juliet Has a Gun. And the last fragrance that I have on this list is an indie niche house based out of Sarasota, Florida, a USA-based fragrance house. This is called Cocktails and Catamarans. This one is very fruity and very sweet with blood orange, mandarin orange, some green apple, bergamot, and grapefruit, and some aldehydes with a mid of pina colada, melon, coconut, lavender, some white flowers with a base of tonka bean, musk, sea notes, Ambroxan, cedar, and amber. I just have to believe that this was inspired by the beauty of Siesta Key in Sarasota. I'm sure you guys have seen the MTV show. I actually used to live in Sarasota, and I definitely see the correlation. This just really screams like salt life, Siesta Key. It's like vacation life in a bottle. And this is a house that I really appreciate. I have another fragrance by them in my collection called Siesta Sunset, and it is another love for me. This one is kind of boozy as well, reminds you of just like a fruity cocktail, but there is some dimension here as well. You get a lot of that in Ambroxan too. It's a beast mode. All their fragrances are really strong and perform very well. It's like you're just ready to go to the beach, you're ready for your hot girl summer. But this one, I will say, it's for people that love fruity fragrances, but I think this one is also unisex. I don't think it really leans too feminine other than the fruitiness, but I know a lot of guys watching me like fruity as well. But this video is for the ladies, so definitely check out Cocktails and Catamarans by Scent Journey Fragrances. So that is my list, ladies, of my top mermaid, sensual beach goddess fragrances. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment below what your favorite on this list is and what is your go-to summer fragrance. What makes you feel the sexiest when you're wearing it? I would love to know. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.